Hi guys. Okay, great. So in our previous video, we attempt a bypass on the client side filter, and that worked pretty fine. I'm going to leave a link to that video below, so you can go look it up. This time around, we want to try and see if we can bypass a server side filter, and this is because usually the server runs PHP, so we will try to see if we can upload our malicious PHP and if the server will accept that. Or we will try to see if we can maybe change the file extension and see if the filter is specifically looking for that extension to just disallow. So we've got this site here from TrackMe, and it's pretty loaded up, and we've got Burpsuite here. So we will try to interact with it and see if we can upload our PHP from the previous example, and if that's going to work or bypass that filter. So my intercept is on. I'm going to just try select, trying to interact with it, and it pops this up. I'll try and select my PHP stuff and open that. And then oh, I didn't turn on my Burpsuite. Okay, I'm just going to turn it up now, switch it on now, so I can intercept. Then I'll upload. So let's look at that. So we see this is what we have, right? And basically, we're just uploading the PHP stuff. This time it's not something that is happening on the client end. We want to check if we can bypass the filter at the server end. So our PHP stuff is set. We'll just try and dump this in there and see. We'll forward this and stop the intercept. Let's see. So it returned back the file type is invalid. So which means the server had scanned that through its filter and realized that, oh no, I don't want this PHP stuff in here. So what we're going to do now is we'll just check online, do some Googling, see if there are other PHP extension. I may have to switch off Burpsuite now so I can bypass this whole thing. I did not download the burp certificate yet on this Kali Linux. Okay, so let's check for PHP extensions. Let's see if we can rename our file to other PHP extensions and see if that's something that can work. I know there's a PHP 5, HTML. I'm not sure. Let's just, this is not what I really want. I'm going to go back. That's not what I'm looking for. PHP 5. Let's see. Oh, great. So look at that. We've got PHTML, PHP 3, PHP 4, PHP 5. So we're going to try a bunch of these. Let's quickly open up a terminal where our payload is in here. And then while I'm trying to do that, I'm going to start this buster. Let me verify what directories are on that server. So quickly, I see there's privacy somewhere there. Good. So let's go rename that file. That's PHP. So we'll just move PHP revert shell to, let's give it PHP CML first. Let's see if that will bypass the filter. Okay, so we have successfully, we've successfully renamed that file PHTML. So let's go try again on our stuff and see if we can actually upload this time around. So we're going to select that file again and we'll upload. Wait for it. Great, that didn't pass. So that's invalid again. Quickly, we'll try the other extensions of PHP. I thought there was PHP 5. Let me try if this is the magic one, PHP 5. If this is going to be my magic wand. Oh no, I had changed the name to PHTML. Okay, I'm moving that to PHP 5. Great. All right, so let's go try that again. Select. Let's see if this time around will pass. Then upload. Wow, great. That was pretty easy. Okay, cool. So why is this a thing? I wish I had captured that in Burp Suite. I can also do that. I can make that change in Burp Suite. Now we see that we're able to upload that payload as PHP5. So which means the server side filter was specifically looking for .php and every other thing that is not maybe the other extensions of the PHP seem to be allowed. So it could be that PHP was a thing in there. Remember, PHTML didn't have PHP, and if PHP was still there, just as we can see here, and we had renamed PHP5. So which means if it was looking for PHP, something that is not allowed in the list. I wish I could look at the code base of this server, but I don't have access to that server. I can see it. So which means if PHP was defined specifically there, I had just changed the name to PHP5, and that quickly bypassed that server. So I'm going to go to the privacy folder. I believe it should be in there. Let's navigate to the privacy. See if we can see those stuff, and look at it. We've got our stuff in here. So I'll set up a listener because I want to catch the reverse shell that's going to come back to me. I'm going to minimize Burp and set up a listener here. Let's see if we can catch it if I click it. And obviously, great, we caught that reverse shell. Now, as quickly as it might seem, we just bypassed the server-side filter, which should be something that could prevent this. Remember, you don't want to just define maybe only specific, more like if you're using a whitelist or a blacklist. You want to put a range of, so if you're using a whitelist, only this should be allowed, everything else must be disallowed, so that something like this is actually prevented on the server. The server is executing that code because I only tricked it to bypass the filter which it was looking for specifically. All right, that will be it for this video. See you next one. Thanks for sticking around. And please do like our videos and subscribe. Bye. Hello, YouTubers. Okay, great. So in our previous video, we had tried to bypass the server-side filter, and that worked pretty fine for us because we didn't have to do pretty much. We just had to change the file extension from PHP to, I think, PHP5. PHTML didn't work. PHP5 worked pretty cool. And that was like the magic wand. We got ourselves a shell. This time around, we're faced with a more of a challenge. So it's not just the regular, the PHP thing. We're going to try all that and see if it's going to work. So we've got this stuff here, and we will try to see if we can upload the PHP stuff. And maybe that's going to work out for us. So I'm going to open this and upload this. So it's a GIF only, please. So that didn't work out fine. Which means it's not accepting that. I'm going to try and do some Burp stuff. Let me bring up Burp Suite and see if it can do a magic for me to help me bypass that filter that sits in the server and is not allowing me to put in my PHP stuff in there. So we're going to start Burp Suite quickly. Just going to close this. I don't want to update this now. Okay, so then we'll set up the Firefox to send that request over to Burp Suite. We're just waiting for Burp Suite to load. It's taking its time. So we'll go to proxy. We can see intercept is on. So let's set up Firefox to relay over to Burp. Then we're going to try again. This time around, we'll select the same PHP stuff, and we will upload it. Okay, over here at Burp Suite, which we grab this stuff. We'll try and see if we can maybe play out with our initial attempt. Let's put a PHP5 thing there, see if that's going to work out for us. Then we'll forward this. Now we'll stop the intercept. And we'll go back here and see. Did that work? Only GIFs. So it still didn't work. It's telling us that no, it's not accepted. So we're going to try that again. Let's just see if we can try something else. The same file. Then I'm going to upload this. This time around, I'm going to maybe put before PHP, I'll put it .jpeg, then .php. See if that's going to fly. Okay, so we're going to forward this thing and stop the intercept. Only GIFs still didn't fly. That's bad news, anyways. So how can we get this thing to work? So we're going to maybe, since it's specifically looking for GIF, let's go verify I'm just going to close burp suite because I don't need that for now. So I'm going to try and be brute forcing for directories. Let me find out what directories are on that server. Then I'm going to drop in here where I've got my PHP reverse shell stuff. Okay, cool. I'm just going to try and check. Let me see what it's saying this as. So it's telling me that this is a PHP script. So that goes the problem. So which means the file type is PHP script. Now, how can we change this file type to not be PHP script, to maybe a JPEG or image stuff, so that we can actually bypass that filter? So we're going to go do some digging and some research. So I went online to look and I found this. It seems pretty much that JPEG has got these flags here. If we look at this FFDB, D8FFDB. So we're going to be using this. But before that, let's quickly maybe nano into our PHP stuff and put some random characters there at the first line, because we need to note them. So just put in quad A in there and we'll save this file. Then I want to do that file thing again. Let me see if it changes anything. So I'm going to do the file thing again. It's still a PHP script. So it's telling me it's an ASCII text, but it's a PHP stuff. So which means this still won't bypass that filter. So what can we do? We can use a tool which comes pre-installed, hex editor. Let's see if we can make some modifications on the hexadecimal of that file. So we're going to use hex editor, and we will be looking for the first line. If you see, this is 41, 41, 41, 41. That's my quad A there. So I'm going to be changing that to something different. I'm going to use this FF D8FFDB. Let me see if I can change that, since it's the first line. Now, if the server tries to look at it, it's going to be seen that as a JPEG, because we can see this is actually JPEG. Why did I click that? Burp, it's going to be doing some funny stuff for me. Now I'm going to switch it off and fall back there. So is it going to load this time around? Okay, great. So I just need this and make that changes here. So let me come over here and see if I can go play around. So what that is FF, and it's D8s, then it's FF, then it's DB. So we're done. Okay, so let's save this thing and go try if this is going to work for us. So to save this, I'm just going to press control, I think it's Control X. Okay, I'm maintaining the same file name and I'm good. So I'm going to run file again on this thing, and look at that. Now the signature is a JPEG. Just like that, seemed like a magic wand. It was pretty easy to make modifications on the file signature. It's not seeing it as a PHP script anymore, but rather as a JPEG, which is what we really want to do. So we can already see there's a graphics directory, which should be where we'll be seeing all the images that have been loaded. So we're going to try to upload the modified PHP script now and see if that's going to work. Oh, great. Okay, great. Now we've been able to upload that. Okay, so we just bypassed the filter, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Okay, so all we had to do was just to make those hex modification, because it was looking for that signature, and we could bypass the filter. So we're going to try to see if we can browse to the directory where that thing sits, and if we're able to load it up. So I'm going to go to graphics, if that's a thing here, or forbidden. So where is it? I don't have permission. Okay, so can I go to graphics? Then I can go to, which is where my file is. Oh no, my bad. Okay, so I have to put the HTTP stuff. Then I'm going to go to graphics and see my NetCatalyst now is on. If I can actually hit that file. Oh, great. And just like that, we got that callback. Now, this is something that is pretty common. I've seen this once or twice. It's just a simple tweaking of the signature of the file. and the server was looking for that file signature GIF, and we tricked it by modifying the PHP file to having that signature, and we were able to bypass that filter. Okay, a quick way to prevent stuff like this is do not, just like I keep hitting on this, do not rely on one filtering rule or technique, because hackers are quite dynamic in their thinking. They could try a couple of things just to obfuscate or bypass whatever you have to gain this initial access. And you can see how pretty it was. Not easy, but it was pretty something that we could play around with, still have the same access on the server. We're going to stop this video here. Thanks for sticking around once again, and please do like and share and subscribe, most importantly. Thank you for your time, and see you next time.